The Epstein files.
I've seen this. You even got the time to write up 3 million pages.
Does George care about this? The Grammys.
I saw a lot of stuff on my Twitter and TikTok about the Grammys. I don't really care, but pretty cool. Alex Warren. His in-ears went all over the place.
I said that his performance was messed up because his in-ear fell out. People were so quick to say that that is not true. It was because the in-ear wasn't working correctly, so he pulled it out.
Do you ever go down like rabbit holes, but like algorithmic ones on Twitter where I don't want to be looking at this stuff? I just ended up being in like a Billie Eilish hate Twitter.
The Kia Asylum is a made-up metaphorical place. Singers who have been releasing music for a long time but having no commercial success for themselves. People don't know who they are. People like BB Rexa, Katy Perry. How many people are on the tour? There's like 30 of you, isn't there?
6 or 7 couples. No, I hate how often that crops up as a amount in life.
Hello, my name is Max Balegde.
And my name is George Clarke. Welcome to the Useless Hotline. TikTok wasn't working out for us, and neither was my microphone or camera or anything today. So I'm hoping this works.
Indeed. And we are the Useless Hotline. Not even going to bother going through what we usually do because we don't do it.
Why
So
added
here
that
we
in
are.
again? I literally just said, welcome to the Useless Hotline. Indeed.
Oh, did you? I didn't hear you.
We are the Useless Hotline. Anyway, it's Max and George from the Useless Hotline. We're going to do an episode of the Useless Hotline now for you. So if you clicked on hoping for the Useless Hotline, buckle in.
And this is the Useless Hotline, guys. So welcome to our early morning special.
Roll titles.
Might have noticed I've just woke up. I'm wearing my Evolution hoodie. Do you know what these are?
And you're wearing some crazy fucking toupee right now as well.
It looks, my hair when I first wake up has a complete mind of its own. It's actually quite terrifying. And I contemplated getting on here and just putting the hood up on my hoodie and pretending that I don't look like this. But then I thought our audience deserve it.
That's some Lego ass hair if I've ever seen it. That looks solid as hell right now.
It's like, yeah, it's not the best, but it's what I'm working with right now. Where are you in the country, George?
I'm in the fantastic city of Sheffield.
Oh, have you got to do much tourism?
I don't want to do much tourism. Everyone here is a student. I don't think there's anyone who actually lives in Sheffield. It's really quite an interesting place.
I actually have family. I come from Sheffield originally. My descendants come from Sheffield. They were part of, I believe that they were actually known kind of on the streets as Sheffield royalty.
Oh.
Is that after visiting for the first time, would you say that that's a compliment?
Honestly, Max, I'm convinced this place isn't real. We were in the literal center of the city last night at about 8-9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see anyone. It was like a fucking ghost town.
Oh, that's strange. And what day is it?
Well, it was Monday last night, but even so, absolutely just it was a wasteland. But hey, that's Sheffield for you. The city of steel, don't you know?
That's why I'm from there.
What the fuck does that mean? Oh, of course, the fucking metal
massive,
guns.
and I'm solid, brev.
Well,
I'm rock solid right now.
Big throbbing Max. That's what we call you.
Oh, that's good then. I'm glad that you're enjoying Sheffield. How many stops have you done so far?
Well, I wasn't there last week in the week. Oh, I think. Well, I've literally done Birmingham and Manchester. Literally Birmingham and Manchester. No Sheffield just yet. We've got to Sheffield. We spent our day off in Sheffield. which I thought like, as much as I love the people of Sheffield, you all seem fantastic and very hospitable. I thought interesting decision to travel to Sheffield to spend the day off when we were in Manchester.
Hmm, that is an interesting decision. Who yeah, yeah, that is very bizarre. I imagine overall it probably costs less to hold how many people are on the tour? There's like 30 of you, isn't there?
Um, there's 6 or 7 couples. I hate how
Oh,
often
right, I
that
thought you were gonna say people.
no, I hate how often that crops up as a amount in life. How often is 6 or 7 a a quantity?
Oh, I was like, what a strange thing to say, but no, I totally get you. Like I did something yesterday or the day before, I can't remember. And yeah, it just kept like happening, like, oh yeah, 6 or 7, like whatever. And then people would reply to me like, oh, and I'd be
But I
so
can't
confused every time.
like what's the plan that you have in place for that? Because are you meant to acknowledge that you've accidentally 6-7'd, or do you
Mm,
does it depend on I feel like if I was in like a proper business meeting now and I were to be like, "Oh, I aim to earn 6 to 7 million this year," I just y
what do you think the age range of 6, 7 is? I personally believe that it's kind of transcended a lot of demographics.
that's the problem because it became a big thing with kids, and therefore parents now know about it. Um,
Mm.
and I think it's died a death. It's no longer it wasn't realistically, it wasn't funny, but it was hilarious. So
Hmm.
it's it's now reached a point where everybody knows about it and it's hard to ignore. And I think that's
What
the real
does
problem.
it mean? I still to this day don't actually
It's
know what it means. Is the whole point that it doesn't mean anything?
Well, it doesn't really mean anything. It came from a rap song, and I think it had something to do with like basketball or something, and it just
Um,
transcended its way into. Oh, they said the thing because of the thing. Remember the thing, 6-7, um, and then everybody just got fucking crazy on it. There's in on the tour, um, there's they do like a little just fan cam before the show gets started, just cutting to random people in the crowd, um, and
I don't know.
there's literally been a fan cam of somebody picking their nose. It zoomed in on this one poor bloke who just showed into a state like to arena full of people, just him picking his nose. But the more embarrassing one was it cut to someone who I'm guessing was the age of about 14, 15. So they should have known better. Um, and they just started fucking doing that. And if I was their parent, I would have controlled them immediately and disciplined
Mm,
them. But I wasn't, and I couldn't. And I just had to watch, and it
that's
was one of the worst experiences of my life.
that. Yeah, that is quite uncomfortable. Um, how are you playing like any games on tour? I remember you saying that people wanted to do traitors.
Yeah, that just ain't happening.
Oh, that's a shame.
I think we're not bonding, Max. No, we haven't really played many. Oh, we've been playing loads of games that are like there's a rule. This sounds like I'm describing every game. You know those games that have rules, like it's like I'm gonna do a thing, like an action, um, and my one's correct. You have to copy it, and then you do it, and they're like, no, you're wrong. Um, an example being going, whoops, Johnny, 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 whoops, Johnny, and then folding arms afterwards.
George, you've just blown my mind. This happened to me in the jungle. Every single person was saying like, "What's what?" Like, 'cause isn't it like repeat after me or something? It went
Yeah,
on. I'm not joking. For about 2 hours, every single person understood what had happened, and I was the only one. And I
yeah.
thought that they were. I was crashing out big time, as you can imagine, because I thought that they were all just like picking on me. and that they were all just like lying to me to try to like fuck with me. And it took me, I'm not even joking, about 2 hours. And then the producers nearly had to step in and be like, right, guys, this is really funny, but it's gone on for so long. Like, can someone just like tell Max what's happening at this point? I was like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, Johnny, whoops. And then they fold their arms. I didn't realize that they were
Yeah.
folding their arms.
So that's one, but Vito is always the last to get it, and he gets very
Oh.
annoyed, and he's vlogging the whole thing, and um, I'm pretty sure 90% of his vlogs now are just him trying to understand a game, and then there's just sort of like 10 minutes of him and Ellie saying that they love dancing. It's
Oh, that's sweet.
it's quite funny. But yeah, man, I'm a little dancer now. Um,
You are. You're just tapping your toes around the country.
yeah. But hey, the bigger tour is just around the corner, or as I call
Hell
it, the
yeah,
tour.
baby. The absolute, I mean, it's actually factual that, all of the venues that we're going to be performing in are typically 3 to 4 times the size of the arenas that you've been playing in with Strictly.
Yes,
So,
of course.
um, which is wild. I had no idea that we were like, I remember when we first talked about doing the tour, they did offer us multiple nights at Wembley, but
Mhm.
we went there and the sound, it just didn't carry. It was a bit shaky, wasn't it? So
It
we
didn't
thought, no,
really
we'll
carry
do.
with the aesthetic that we had in mind.
So we thought, do you know what? We'll do the Palladium instead, which has, I think, a tenth of the people, not even a tenth of the people, but that's all right. We're humble.
Palladium is an
Um,
iconic venue.
the Palladium is, and I looked at our stats yesterday because I thought this is like one of the last times that we've got to call out for tickets and stuff. We've basically sold out the entire tour, the UK tour, which is
We
quite
really
crazy.
haven't done as much plugging as we did last time as well.
I know, but that's because you don't remember last time we stupidly did an extra London day when, like, we didn't really want to, but we got told that that was the wise decision to do. And then it was just so stressful and we were trying to sell it out, trying to sell it out, trying to sell it out.
Yeah.
In the end, we did, so it worked. But this time, I literally explicitly said, like, guys, even if it all sells out in a minute, let's just not add any extra dates because it's just stressful. It's just stressful. But so we've done really well because we had an ambitious tour to start with. But yeah, we basically sold it out. I believe there are some meet and greet tickets left in Bristol specifically.
Oh, should we come meet our
Clearly,
asses in Bristol? Not just explicitly our asses. I believe all of our body will be there, but we must have fallen off big time. How's our meet and greets tickets still just knocking about?
and it's
You don't want to
legitimately
meet
the
our
only.
ass? What the heck?
Like, for every other venue, the meet and greet tickets sold out first, I believe. I think there's maybe, like, 1 or 2 tickets in some venues that people have, like, put back on sale because they can't come or whatever. But
Oh,
Bristol specifically, your holy ground,
what the
people have
frick?
gone, "Nah, I don't wanna meet him."
Or do they think they've already met and Gret us?
Maybe that's what it is. But, yeah, I think we have, like, a few little tickets here and there. So check. We do leave for tour in a week. George, we leave in a week today. That's crazy.
I know, it's crazy fucking sauce.
I'm so excited because I'm sad that for the for our after our Newcastle show, I believe you have to go straight to a Strictly show or like the next morning or
Yeah.
something. I'm not sure. Um, but we've already started planning our night out for them. So me and Yaz are gonna get off with each other in a club. You just need to be okay with that.
That's completely
Like
fine with me.
if you wake up and there's, you're on your way, you're tired, you're putting on your dancing shoes, and you're like, God, I've got to, pull myself together for this dance number right now. And then everyone's coming up to you. Alexis comes up to you and she goes, "Oh my God, have you seen the video?" And then there's a video of me pulling some mega fit blonde in a gay club, and it's Yaz, and my tongue's down her throat, and whilst kissing me, she mouths the words, "Oh my God, you are such a better kisser than George." And that's
He
evident.
doesn't
And
speak like
there's
that.
volume. And there's volume. And there's volume because we're both mic'd up and the person's filming from across the way, but it's on a TV quality camera.
Right.
How would you respond?
at least she's getting looked after. It's nice to know that, she's not roaming the streets of Newcastle alone.
Mm, mhm.
Can't wait to see her when I'm back.
Do you know what? That's a very mature response. I think that is a very mature response. Thank you for taking that approach because it's going to happen, and I
Max, you are
just
not
need
going to get off of my girlfriend.
Says who? Says who, George? Says who?
Probably
Try and stop
her.
me. I think most definitely her. Um, but yeah, we've got very few tickets left for our UK tour. Um, but yeah, we leave for that on Tuesday. It's gonna be so much fun. And also, I so what you maybe remember, guys, from our first tour is that it was quite traumatic for me in many ways. Namely, I have extreme travel sickness that I came to terms with on that tour, and we were on a tour bus for the entire duration, which is not really the best approach. Also, financially, a terrible approach for a tour of our size to do a tour bus. We were quite literally told by somebody to do it that we should not have trusted because it was a terrible idea all round. I literally shit my pants, but no, shit in a
I don't
bag
think
on
that
the
has
tour
anything to
bus.
do with the tour bus.
It was, I think, maybe 50-50. Okay.
Because
Well,
I was
actually,
also on the
George,
tour bus and I didn't shit myself.
but also, if I was in a hotel, I would have been able to go in a toilet, wouldn't I? And we wouldn't have had, yes, we wouldn't have had that brilliant story, but
How
I also would have
mental is
had a
that,
bit
by
more
the way, that
dignity.
you're blaming the fact that you shit in a bag because you were on a bus?
I did. What do you mean?
How old were you at
I
this
wouldn't
point in
give it.
time? 24?
Yeah, I think so. 25 maybe.
You would have been you would have been a quarter of a
Everyone shits
century
in a bag.
years old. And
Are you
y
telling me that people that are within a quarter of a century have not done a shit in a bag?
I'm just saying it's wild that you're blaming the automobile that you were in on the fact that you did a shit in a bag.
And I stand by it, and I will do till the day I die. But yeah, this time we are staying in really nice hotels. Like again,
Oh, no need
and
to
and I think it's
flex on their ass.
no, like I'm just so excited because I think
This
it's even
time we're
cost
staying in
less than what the
hotels
tour
that
bus
you
did.
couldn't even imagine. We've got more money. We got money coming out of our ears. And let me
No,
tell
but
you guys, we're gonna vlog the whole thing just because that's the only way you'll ever be able to experience that sort of life.
no, but I think our tour is figuratively more than double the size of our last tour, meaning that money wise, you should roundabout be getting double. And I think we're paying less on travel and accommodation than we did with the fucking tour bus. So yeah, great times.
But
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 hey
think of all the
ho.
fun and games that we had on that tour bus. Insert those clips now. There is
Oh
no
God,
clips.
that was
There
awful.
was there
It was
wasn't
just
actually a lot.
awful.
We didn't do a lot on the tour bus.
George, because we got on it and then we got told you need to sleep now, and this is like, and then we'd all
There was
try
a
to sleep.
PlayStation. I played Uncharted.
Yes, yeah, there was a PlayStation actually. That was quite fun. I'm gonna bring my Nintendo Switch this time.
I've got
I
my
feel like
PlayStation
that'll be a good
Portal
one.
with me.
What's that?
Basically, my PlayStation at home is on rest mode. This PlayStation Portal, I'll go and get it for you. You're going to look at it and you're going to go, "Oh my god, what? What?"
A PlayStation Portal. I want to know what that is. I want one. Is that a new thing?
One of these things, I'll show the camera first. Boom, shka, what? This. Look, it's you.
Is that like
Um,
a little Nintendo Switch sort of thing?
oh, he's hiccuping and stuff. I know he's excited. Um, so this connects to my PlayStation at home that's on rest mode. Um, and then if I turn this on and connect it to Wi-Fi, I can use it as a TV and controller to my PlayStation that's at home. It turns it on and I can just play it from here. It has to be decent Wi-Fi connection is the only thing. But I mean, like,
That's
you can
that,
function on like bad Wi-Fi. You just wouldn't really want to be going into like an online game.
so you couldn't do like Fortnite
You can play Fortnite, but you'll be a bit
laggy.
more challenging unless you've
Yeah.
got good Wi-Fi.
That's so cool though. How did I not even hear that this was invented? But wow, that's a bit life changing for me.
It's pretty
Um,
crazy. It's
so
pretty
speaking of
crazy.
tours, we also have our Australian tour coming up.
Oh, yeah, we
And
do.
yesterday, George,
Bonza.
so last night,
Crikey.
last night UK time, but yesterday
Crocodile.
morning for for Australians, I did Australian
Alligator.
and New Zealand. I did New Zealand breakfast radio for their main breakfast radio station in the
Heck yeah, you
country.
did. Manger pomme
Um,
brekkie. Petit déjeuner radio.
ooh, um, and that was really fun to promote our tour. And then I did Australian morning television,
I'll give
and
you an
for some
Australian morning.
reason,
G'day, mate. Good
for some
morning,
reason,
mate.
when for some reason, I like if I'm in person, say if I'm doing like a live thing or like I'm doing something like that in person, I feel so much more comfortable than I do doing it over Zoom. On the Australian morning breakfast, I forgot. I kept mispronouncing certain words that are just normal words. So
What? Like
they said to
what?
me like they were asking me like about our podcast tour and everything like that. And then they started to ask me about my like life since the jungle, performance review that I've started, stuff like that. And then they were like, who would be like a dream interview for you? And I was like, oh gosh, putting me on the spot there. Taylor Swift would probably be a dreamed interview. A dreamed. So then I would like say words that are kind of right, but put
Dreamed.
wrong things. Like, yeah, so I'd be like, a dreamed interview would probably be Taylor Swift. Yeah, that would be a dreamed interview. Then afterwards, I was like,
A
that's not right.
dreamed.
And then
This
it
guy's
kept
a fucking
happening.
idiot.
It kept happening where I would say like, I think like I said, like tours. I don't know. I can't remember off the bat now, but I just remember being like, "Why are you not speaking properly?" And then another issue that I have is when I get like stressed out and I'm on Zoom and I can see my own face,
You
my
sweat.
ears start to go bright red. My
What?
ears literally go bright red, like a kettle warming up, and then it
I hate when
slowly
my kettle's
transfers
ears go red.
to the then it
Honestly.
slowly transfers to the rest of my face, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm a big fat tomato, and Australia's gonna think I'm a tomato." So that was
That's
stressful,
okay.
but I got through it.
You'll be okay.
Thank you. I got through it. I got through it. But yeah,
You'll have gone crazy on it, man. I'm sure nobody realized.
I'm
Um,
true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just nearly said I'm true. See, I can't speak. I'm flustered. I'm all nervous and flustered.
oh my god, his ears have gone
But
red. He
as a
looks like my
reminder,
kettle.
but as a reminder for our Australian audience, I believe we still have some tickets left in every venue, but mostly Auckland has a bunch of tickets left. Our first
Well, that wouldn't be our
Sydney show.
Australian
Let me
audience,
just
would
get the
it?
stats up. I can't fucking do.
Silly boy.
We
Silly
Yeah,
boy.
so New
That's
Zealand, our
Auckland.
Auckland show in the Sky City Theatre on the 7th of April has some tickets left.
We're going to
And
Sky
then
City.
yeah, we are, baby. And then Sydney, there's very few tickets left for both shows. Namely, there's more for the 8th of April show at Factory Theatre. Then Brisbane, you've basically sold out as well, which is very exciting. But we've got a few tickets left there if you want to come along.
Nice
And
work, Brisbane.
Melbourne, our first Melbourne show on the 15th of April. We have a bunch of tickets left for that one because that's one of our most recent releases that we put out. And then our final show in Melbourne is our most sold out show and it's our biggest venue. So that's very exciting.
Oh, shenanigans. If you're Australian and you need a ticket, get one. There's some there. That's a
There's
little jingle
some
that we can add
somewhere.
in at any point. So if we ever need to just clip that, pop it in somewhere, I'm sure we'll sell much more tickets.
Mhm. But I've been making because obviously we have like different audio cues and stuff that we have in our show. So
Mhm.
I sent you some of them yesterday that I've been designing and making. And we're doing something fun this year for the people during the interval that I think they will very much enjoy. And I had a lot of fun making that. So
I
that's a
think
little
you,
teaser.
even in saying that, you've bigged it up too much.
No,
It makes it sound
I
like it's
think
some sort of halftime show. We have not got
it's
a halftime
definitely not.
show.
It's definitely not. It's an audio that cues you to get back in your seats basically after the interval, but we've put a bit of extra effort into it and it is very funny and I enjoy it a lot. So I'm hoping that you guys will. Right. So tour starting next week, very exciting. Before we get into, all that next week, I thought now that I've got you locked and loaded, no, that's really weird. Now that I've got you in
I'm chugged
Sheffield,
and loaded,
the home of my ancestors.
of
Um,
course.
and before we start the tour episodes, which will of course be filled with hilarity and chaos, I thought that we could play a game of Does George care about this? So I've got a list of things that are currently happening in pop culture
Okay.
that I like and engage with a lot online
Yeah.
and I'm very interested in right now. And I was thinking of different topics that we could talk about in these like digital episodes that are obviously a bit less interesting than our in-person ones, but needs must, guys. Um, and then I sat and I thought, George will have nothing to say about any of these topics that I would want to talk about. So instead, I thought that I'd just ask you if you even know anything about them.
I'm glad this game of Does George Care About This isn't just like a list of like my friends and family.
Well, just you wait. No, I'm joking. Right, okay, first one. Does George care about this? The Grammys.
I saw a lot of stuff on my Twitter and
Oh.
TikTok about the Grammys. Um, I don't really care, but um, pretty cool. I saw the is it Alex bloody Warface? Alex Warren. Um, his in-ears went all over the place.
Mhm.
Grrr. Um, so, shout out him, been there, man. Um, I saw Lady Gaga wore what looked like a bird cage.
Mhm. Mhm. That's a fair
Um,
assessment.
I saw Bad Bunny is a man. I wasn't aware of this.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I also saw the um it's just Bad Bunny does sound very like it sounds like a female rapper to me.
Okay. That makes sense.
Um,
Are you thinking of Bad Baby?
maybe. Um, and I saw that he sat down in celebration. That felt like a power move.
It did when he was
Like
I
just like a just got announced as oh fuck, this always happens. This is so embarrassing. Oh no. Oh god, this is so awkward. They're probably expecting me to stand up right now as well. Oh, for God's sake, this is gonna be so awkward. Okay, I guess I'll do it then, guys. I kind of respected that. That was like an uber power move. Um,
Mm.
all sorts of nonsense went on. I saw um
Yeah.
I just saw various clips that I was like, "Fuck, I really don't actually care that much."
I
I
feel
feel like
like
award ceremonies used to be so much more fun. Like loads of shit would happen, you'd be like, "Whoa!" But now it's just like,
yeah, I get what you mean to an extent. Like I do feel as though they used to feel a lot more iconic,
do
like,
you
the
remember the
world would
Oscar
kinda stand
selfie?
still.
People at the
Yeah,
Oscars
and that
took a selfie,
oh my god,
and
yeah.
that was like a poignant moment in time where everyone went, "Do you know what? I knew where I was when the Oscar people took a selfie."
It was the most
Nowadays, it's like,
viewed
oh.
photo of, like, all time or something like that.
Yeah, I saw, that's probably just factually inaccurate, by the way, the most viewed photo of all time. You just
The Mona Lisa sat
you
there like, "Mm,
of course, the Mona Lisa, the famous photo. Um,
oh god,
I
oh god."
uh, I did see do you ever go down, like, rabbit holes, but, like, algorithmic ones on Twitter where, like, I don't wanna be looking at this stuff. I just ended up being in, like, a Billie Eilish hate Twitter, and I was like, "I don't remember hating on her, it's just" but it got to a level where people, like, quote tweeting just, like, clips of her being like, "God, she's her own main character in her world, like, nobody don't give a shit about anyone else." And I watched this video, and it was literally just her just, like, living her life at the Grammys. It was so
People are
strange.
freaks. I've not had Twitter for years now. I deleted Twitter in, like, 2022, and I think that Twitter is the breeding ground for all hate in the world. I think it's crazy. People are just so emboldened to share negative opinions on Twitter, I think. It's bizarre. Like, there wouldn't be a Billie Eilish hate TikTok account. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe there's a niche there. I might start one.
Maybe we should start. Okay, next thing.
Okay.
Does George care about this? Nicki Minaj going MAGA and holding Donald Trump's hand.
I've seen more about um NN. Flip it around. Make it niche. Um I I I saw Trevor Noah making a little joke at the Grammys. Nikki's not here because she's with her best pal DT.
Mhm.
Um, it just seems like a crazy ass link up, like weirdest nightmare blunt rotation of all time. Um, I saw the photo you did where you zoomed in on their hands, and I was like, that's kind of crazy. Um, she looks like she's just holding like a goose around the neck. I don't know what's
Also,
going on.
like, we've both been around, I mean, everyone's
Donald
been
Trump.
around
Everyone's been
a
around Donald
person.
Trump.
Of course, yeah, who hasn't? No, we've both been around, like, a person of a certain age, and when their hands start to look like that, that's a danger zone. The
He's
fact
got
that she
makeup
has
on it,
those.
on his hand. He's
Of
always got
course,
makeup
but
on his
the
hand.
fact the fact that she has those long, sharp acrylic nails directly next to that paper-thin skin, that could kill him off. One cut, and he'll be
Maybe
gushing
she's
for hours.
maybe she's just taking one for the team. Also, I didn't like the statement, the phrase "gushing for hours."
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I fucking loved it. Um,
Yeah, you did. Don't lie. Don't
I don't
you
know what I was
lie.
going to say. What was I saying? I was saying something, and then I just got
You said that you
sidetracked by
saw
the fact
some.
that she was gushing for hours, or he was gushing for
Yeah,
hours.
you
Who's
saw.
gushing right now?
You saw stuff on social media. You said about it. That's the weirdest link up ever.
That was like an hour ago that I said that. What the fuck? You just thrown it back to fucking ages ago. That's not what I just said.
I actually don't remember.
I can't
I
remember,
actually
but
don't
imagine it was
remember.
hilarious. Just laugh or something.
Yeah, it was great. Next one, the Epstein files.
I've seen this. I haven't seen much about it though. I've just seen that like it's a thing
Yeah,
that's
so it's
occurred,
been a thing
but
for
like
a
it's
while,
yeah, it's been a
and
goddamn thing. So I'm like, what's
the
new? What's
American
occurred?
government. So the American government had the Epstein files, specifically the Republican Party, who are now in power. And they were saying that they didn't want to release them. Donald Trump was saying that they're not even real. They're all a hoax that Democrats have just invented, and there's no such thing as the Epstein files.
Right.
Um, and some of it had been released. Like, you might remember a while ago, there was like a list of people's names that were in the Epstein files, and it was like Naomi Campbell, like all of these mega famous people were in the Epstein
Of
files,
course.
but we didn't really know what that meant. Like, what does that mean? Like, obviously, you're in the files named after a pedo, so that doesn't sound great, but like,
Mm.
what does that actually mean? So then there was notions in America to release the Epstein files. Like, it's this huge thing. It's basically all data on Jeffrey Epstein, like throughout
By the way, for
throughout
people that
his life.
are unaware, I know what the Epstein files are. I'm just unaware of what's come out recently.
It doesn't seem like that. It's easy to say that you're aware of what they are after I explain it to you, but anyway, let's move on.
Bitch, I
So
ain't been living under a fucking rock.
bitch, you're in Sheffield. Don't even start.
Isn't there like 3
So
million fucking pages of it or something that's like come out? Like,
yeah,
how the fuck?
ridiculous
Who's even
amount.
got the time to write up 3 million pages?
Well, because
It
it's
must get
so
a bit
incriminating all
repetitive
of the
after a while.
things.
There's not even 3 million words in the
Yeah,
world.
I imagine it does, but that's why like researchers and stuff have been going through it and then like condensing and showing certain bits. And there was basically a really fucked up like segment on Donald Trump, basically saying stuff that I won't even repeat on the internet that like he used to do like with other people at parties and like to children specifically. It's all alleged, obviously, because we don't know, like nobody can verify those claims. They are like witnesses' reports, but like how can we verify that, if you get what I mean? But
Yeah.
there's multiple really, really crazy things in there. So obviously that explains why Donald Trump was so against having them released. As well as that, there's loads more come out about Prince Andrew, which is like now Keir Starmer is
Always the ones who
calling
do
for
six
Prince
pack.
Andrew. And now Keir Starmer is like calling for Prince Andrew to come and testify in court or something because it's so fucking crazy. Like, yeah, it's like terrifying. And then there's like more random people that you just assume are nice that are just in it, and it's really fucking weird. It's
Like
really
who?
fucking
Who?
weird.
Fucking name and shame. Name and shame.
I mean, there's like, yeah, like supermodels. There's just like
I thought you were going to say
basically
super nanny.
anybody.
Then it's not Joe Frost.
Super nanny,
Not Joe
super
Frost.
nanny's in it. But yeah, Arthur Hill was in the Epstein files, which is really bizarre. I didn't even know that he was
Nah,
famous around that
he's
time.
been through too much.
Is he? Has he just finished his tour?
He a while ago, yeah. I think he came back from Australia like a couple weeks ago.
Oh wow. Oh, all right. Good night. The lights are out. So, the Kia Asylum is a made-up metaphorical place that people say singers who have been releasing music for a long time but having no commercial success for themselves, or like they could have a big song, for example, but people don't know who they are trapped in the theoretical Kia Asylum.
What's the
Some
is Kia
examples.
someone that it's happened to?
Yes, so Kia is the name of the rapper who made the famous song My Neck, My Back, My
My
Pussy and
pussy
My
and my
Crack.
crack, of course.
So it's named after her because, of course, that song has such cultural impact.
Yeah.
However, nobody knows who she is. So theoretically, she is trapped within the
Well,
Kia Asylum.
has she become outside of the Kia Asylum due to the fact that the Kia Asylum was named after her? So people now know the backstory. So people are starting to understand. What I'm trying to say is, did she make the Kia Asylum for her own personal benefit, Max?
Perhaps she did, but it's proven to be unsuccessful if so. So, other people, for example, that are trapped in the Kia Asylum, include people like BB Rexa, someone who has a lot of song
I've
success,
heard
but
her
people
name
are
though
maybe not.
before.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. You could have heard of her, but other people include Katy Perry.
What the
She's a
fuck?
recent entrant.
Are we saying
She's
how
a
the hell is
recent.
Katy Perry an underground artist?
No, she's not. No, 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 Judge. You're not understanding. They
Oh,
can be
Katy
a
Perry, you
mainstream
fucking.
artist.
Oh my god, you got Katy Perry at the top of your Spotify Wrapped? Oh, you indie little kid. I didn't realize you were into
No,
indie artists.
no, it means like she used to be out of the Kia Asylum. She was mainstream, like everybody loved her. In recent years, she's repeatedly released music that hasn't had so much commercial success. So people are claiming that she's a recent inductee into the Kia Asylum.
But
However,
does that just mean no? Just means she's just been releasing more shit music.
to an extent that, but yeah, some people argue that the music she's releasing now is some of her best, but it's just not performing that
What
well
is it?
because maybe
But
people are not invested.
but are we? Is that not what I thought the Kia Asylum was for music that's done well, but you don't really get the credit for it.
No, that's just an example. Oh my god, there's so many layers to the Kia Asylum, George. Just
What the
if you just
fuck
think
is the
about an
Kia?
artist, if you just think about an artist maybe that's like trapped in the Kia Asylum,
What
that,
the?
that's all that you need to.
Oh, okay. So, if a good way to explain the Kia Asylum is if you just think about the artists that are in there, then
Mhm.
that's what the Kia Asylum is.
So an example is people say that one of the most
Examples
famous
in there as well. I
examples.
know example.
Yeah, example actually is probably in there.
What the who
But
is
an
it in there?
example.
At this point,
No, an example of people that have broken out of the Kia Asylum are Sabrina Carpenter, because she was releasing music for 10 years before she had global success.
but
So
it's
people claimed
why is
that she
that's
was
just how
trapped.
the music world works.
No, it's not. But some people come out straight away. Billie Eilish, they're releasing music and now suddenly they're the biggest name in the world and they managed to maintain that. So they are
But
very much out of
that's
the
like
Kia
that's
Asylum.
not like a as a general trend, you can see where people started and their rise, which is what happened. She didn't break out of some fucking metaphorical asylum. She just
She did.
worked hard in the music industry. What is this bullshit?
No, George. Some people say that Sabrina Carpenter often wears socks or stockings to hide the shackle marks that she has around her ankles from being trapped in the Kia Asylum for so long.
This Kia
Another
Asylum
example would
bull.
be Chapel Roan. Chapel Roan was also in the Kia Asylum. She was releasing music for 10 years before gaining mainstream success. And some people are saying that
Like
Zara
most
Larsson.
musicians. That's crazy.
And some people are saying that Zara Larsson is a recent escapee from the Kia Asylum, whilst Lizzo has replaced her in her cell.
There's no way that the guards don't notice the difference. What the fuck?
Lizzo snuck in and was like, I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as...
Is that Lizzo?
No, that's fucking Zara Larsson.
I
Oh,
was gonna say, what the fuck?
that was the joke, dickwad.
Okay. I was gonna say, oh, maybe
Um,
she's a member of the Kia Asylum. I didn't know that was Lizzo, a Lizzo tune.
So yeah, do you understand the Kia Asylum now?
Not a
And do you
fucking
care
chance
about
do I
it?
understand it. It's the Kia Asylum. I've found out in the brief sort of conversation we've had about it is a load of bullshit. It felt like it made sense originally when you said, "Oh, Kia was someone who made music that people didn't know was hers, so she was in the asylum. No, she couldn't get out, but her music could." And then you whipped Katy Perry out, and I was immediately. It made no fucking sense whatsoever. And then you went,
I
"Oh
think
yeah, Sabrina Carpenter used to be in the Kia Asylum." Because she was making music that no one fucking listened to, and other people
people
listen to
say
it. She, oh, so if I just started up a Spotify today, I would be stuck in the Kia Asylum until I.
yes.
No, I wouldn't. That's not what. That's what is this bullshit asylum that people are? No, you're just a struggling musician. You're not.
Also,
That's like when people.
you have released music on Spotify, and some would argue that you are in the Kia Asylum right now.
Oh yeah, because people often hear the diss track that you don't deserve and
And
wonder
think,
who
who
made
is
it.
this artist? Who is this artist? They'll be in Next shopping for the latest fashions, and they'll be
But
like, "My God, I freaking love this
do you
song.
know what
Who
this
is
is?
this artist? I can't tell."
This is giving airs of what do people say when their videos aren't getting pushed out? I've been blacklisted. Is it blacklisted they say?
Shadow band.
I've been shadow banned. That's what the Kurosawa is giving us. Like
I've been making music for 20 years and I think I've been shadow banned.
and then one of your songs pops up and you go, "Oh, I've made it out of the Kia Asylum." It's, no, you fucking haven't. You just made decent music. What
Well, do you know what? I firmly stand with the Kia Asylum, and my heart goes out to anybody who has been trapped in the Kia Asylum for 5 years or more. I can't imagine the toll that that takes on a musician.
literally just what most musicians have to go through. You build up.
I stand with you, Kia Asylum inductees.
How many videos did you post before people started giving a shit?
None. Straight away. Instant overnight success. I was a star. I couldn't even go to the shop to find a pint of milk.
Incorrect.
What, maybe 5? I don't know.
Well, there you go. For 5 videos, you were in the fucking, I don't know, the Nokia Asylum. It's the
That
phone
checks out.
version, wasn't it?
That does check out. That does check out. Well, George Clarke, I think that we've gone through everything that is essential to discuss on
But,
at this hour on a Tuesday morning.
like, weirdly, out of that, the thing I cared about the most was the one that was the most bullshit. I
Yeah,
cared about,
true.
you incited a rage in me that I didn't know I had for something that I'd never heard before.
That is a great point, and
I hope the
I'd
comments
say that
just
that's an
out you
achievement of
as
mine.
not knowing what the Kia Asylum is fully. So that
I'm sure that they will. Every
never,
time I do something like
Max has
this,
got it wrong.
anytime I speak out about something as if I have knowledge on it, people are so quick to tell me that I have none. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I even posted a video about the Grammys on my TikTok about that Alex guy's performance and his in-ears and everything.
yeah.
And I just misspoke so many times. I misspoke
How
repeatedly.
so? What did you say?
I said that his performance was messed up because his in-ear fell out. People were so quick to say that that is not true. It was because the in-ear wasn't working correctly, so he pulled it out. And then people were also sad that I said his performance was ruined because of it. They were like, his performance was not ruined. He persevered through the struggles. How dare you say that? And then I thought, I'm not only speaking out of turn here, I'm also really incorrect in the things that I'm saying. I should probably delete this video, but then it just kept getting more and more views because people were commenting how mad at me they were. So I thought, do you know what? I'll just leave it up. Bit of rage bait never hurt anyone.
This is your problem, Max.
Mm,
See, I've been going
have
to you
to
as my
agree.
primary news source for years.
Well, that's a problem within itself, George. I think that's your problem.
Wow.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening, guys. As a reminder, if you are coming to one of our UK shows, please now, we actually have to have a quiet word before we go. I'm not going to lie. We've been saying for a good few weeks now that we want some of you to just send in a dilemma that you've got to be on stage. Bear in mind, we did this at our first tour that was half the size as this current tour. The people that came up on stage were hilarious. They were eloquent. They were able to get their point across very concisely. There were very few people that were like really big messes and embarrassed themselves. And it was a fun segment of the show.
You're teeing this up well.
I don't know what has happened in the last 2 years to where our entire audience have had a lobotomy, because we repeatedly say, please send in concise, funny dilemmas that are maybe a bit unique, a little bit interesting, because we want to be surprised by it on stage. Max and George want to be surprised by it. And remember, you're going to be explaining this to an audience full of people. Now, stay with me here. We've been receiving, Maisie sent us some because she was in disbelief of what she was reading. There was a full, and I'm not exaggerating, maybe like 2-page Word document detailing, oh my God, I really like this guy and I just don't know if he likes me back. Like one day he said this to me and I'm just thinking like, oh God, should I trust him? But then he was really nice to me and we went on a date. So then I thought, oh, maybe I can trust him. And then he said something like about my skirt, that he didn't like my skirt. And I was like, oh God, I really like this skirt. Should I not be wearing this skirt? Boring. Also, not coherent at all. There was no punctuation in that paragraph, which makes me think that you will not be able to punctuate in real life as well.
Of course, in those natural circumstances where in sentences you say full stop and then you move on to the next one.
Couldn't agree more. So, full stop. So, period. I just want to do one last call out, guys. You have a week. You have a week to get your shit together. Even places like Newcastle. I lived in Newcastle for 3 years. People in Newcastle are fucking mental. Like genuinely, I'm fearful that we'll have to up the security at the Newcastle venue because they're absolutely brilliant societal members. And you are telling me that nobody in Newcastle has a funny, crazy story that they'll want to get up on stage and say if to a crowd of people and make us all laugh. That blows my mind. So please, guys, please, theuselesshotlinepodcast@gmail.com. Email good, concise dilemmas along with your name, your age, and what show you're going to theuselesshotlinepodcast@gmail.com. You have 1 week. You have 1 week. I believe in you. Okay, you've got this. It's going to be a fun segment. I refuse to cancel it. At this point, we might have to just get rid of it from the show. So I'm refusing to do that currently because I still have faith in our audience.
Hell yeah. We appreciate you for sending them in, but you got to understand from our point of view.
No, we don't. We don't.
You got to understand from our point of view. 3 years into this, we've seen people say, I don't know if this boy likes me.
And listen, if there's a funny twist to that story, you don't know if he likes you, and then you find out that he shagged your best mate or something, even that level, yes, we've heard it before, but we can have fun with that. But if it's just like, oh my God, he complimented me, and then the next day he said that he didn't like my skirt, to be so frank, I could not care less. I actually couldn't care less, and I'm so sorry to say that. It's got to a point now where we've been asking for weeks, and I'm in shock. So I believe in you guys. We're not expecting the world. We're not expecting you to have the best story ever, but as long as it just has an entertaining twist to it, something about it that we can all have a laugh about, that would be brilliant.
Amen to that, sister. And on that bombshell, it's
Thank
time
you so
to
much for listening, guys. We love you very much. We'll be seeing and meeting you all in person so soon, and we cannot wait. So, yeah.
Bye, motherfuckers.